bargain. Okay, without seeing the worth of the product, it is not possible to bargain. See, I have to calculated the same thing. What is the worth of the 5,000 rupees which I am paying every month? Another 30 years. It has taken me to that particular level, 1 crore plus. And ask that, yes, you talk to me, fine, I agree. I am ready to buy the lump sum amount. I am expecting more than a crore. Or she was saying, no sir, you can even take 30,000 rupees salary per month. I asked her, see, exactly 30 years back, my father started his career with 110 rupees salary. Okay, as of now, 30,000 is big amount. Getting 30,000 per month, comfortably you can lead life. Who knows, after 30 years, the same 30,000 rupees our kids will be asking for pocket money on daily basis. To go to movie, they might ask even 25,000-30,000 rupees. Who knows? History repeats often. How we are spending 100 rupees or 150 or 200 rupees? In a day, if you just open the 100 rupee note, gone. You cannot put it back. Just for tea, coffee. Two of you go, you cannot even have both snacks and tea. Not possible. Okay. So the same even possibilities are there after 30 years. I told the same example and she told, okay sir, we'll get back to you. She called me after 10 lakhs and after 10 minutes she said, after I discussed with my manager, sir, now your lump sum amount is 62 lakhs. We'll make it to 62 lakhs. I said, anything you talk to me about crore. Okay. See, why I am giving this example is, unless you know the value or worth of the particular product, okay, it is very difficult to negotiate or bargain. You go to area where in and around Majestic area and buy some unbranded products. Okay, he says it is worth of 1,000 rupees, and you think that I am the great bargainer. You start bargaining from 500 rupees. Finally, end up with 700 rupees. But actual product worth is only 300 or 400 rupees. Because it's unbranded, we do not know which company, which. If it's a branded, standard price, probably plus or minus some 10-15 rupees. But unbranded is very difficult because you do not know the value of that particular product, worth, quality. Here, as time increases, value of money decreases. Okay. The reason behind this is, one is inflation. Inflation is the only one reason.
Money supply.
Okay. Second one is
Money supply.
money supply.
Monetary policy of the RBI.
That comes under again inflation only. Based on inflation only, monetary policy is being
Control with the money supply. And control with the money supply.
inflation.
Government policies. Government policies.
Government policy, everything comes under inflation.
Consumption value.
Capital carries interest. Capital carries interest. And third one, present consumption is preferred rather than future consumption. Example, if I give you two options. First option is, now I am ready to give you 100 rupees today, right now, or after 10 years I will give you 5,000 rupees. Right now I am ready to give 100 rupees for all of you, or after 10 years 5,000 rupees I will give. Which option would you prefer and why? Do you want 100 rupees right now or 10,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees after 10 years?
Right now, 100%.
Present
100 rupees.
Why?
Because purchasing power of the money decreases.
Value of
Probably even 5,000 rupees after 10 years might be even more than 100 rupees today. We do not know.
You have to calculate.
But
Uncertainty.
uncertainty. life is uncertain. Who knows after 10 years whether I will exist or you should exist to come and collect me from 5,000 rupees, right? Who knows after 5-10 years the same statement what I have given now may not be interested to give. I'll ask, who are you? When you come and ask me, sir, you said no, 10 years back you said give 5,000 rupees. I'll ask, who are you? At least now, when you have told me just now, you give me 100 rupees. Today's at least my transport expenses will be taken care. Okay. So in this example, considering the present consumption rather than the future consumption. Okay. So this present consumption is preferred. Any individual for that matter, they prefer present consumption rather than the future. Okay. Based on these three factors, the time value of money, on that particular concept is running. Clear? Now, in this, we have a concept called future value and present value. We call it as FV and PV, right? In terms of number, okay, future value is always greater than present value. Numbers, right? Future value is always greater than present value. Present value is always less than the future value. Not I am talking about value, it is in terms of numbers. Present value is always less than future value. Future value is always greater than present value. See, any idea about the formula of future value? Remember?
N minus 1 over the power of r.
Present value divided by 1 plus r to the power of n.
Present value
Divided by 1 plus r to the power of n.
Don't write. I'll tell you what to write. Future value is equal to present value divided by 1 plus r to the power n. As you said, future value is more in terms of number. Present value is less in terms of number. Okay. Now, when you see, this should be equal to this, right? That is what the equation. The left hand should be equal to the right hand side. Okay. Future value is say 100 rupees. Present value is say 50 rupees. Now I have to make it to 100. By dividing this 50, will you get 100 rupees?
No, multiply.
You have to multiply 1 plus r to the power n. Present value is equal to future value is equal to present value into 1 plus r to the power n. Future value is equal to present value into 1 plus r to the power n. See, what is this particular terminology called as? 1 plus r to the power n means
Discounted factor.
that is the earlier
Present value plus the rate of
Sir,
interest.
that is compounded.
compounded value. Compounding value is nothing but it is compounding multiplies. Present value is lower. By multiplying the compounding value, you will increase the present value to the
Future value.
equivalent of future value. Okay. This particular terminology or the component is called as compounding value. The opposite is 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power n is called as discounted value. This particular compounding value, for this, now about this particular component, Einstein has given a statement. Albert Einstein. Okay. He said, I do not know the 7 wonders of world. I do not know the 7 wonders of world, but I know the 8 wonders of world, that is compounding factor. He called this compounding factor as 8th wonders of world. Okay. So that is the power. If you know in depth, if you study this compounding factor, how it works, how it multiplies for a particular number, okay, then you will realize the effect of compounding. We have compounding factor, annual compounding, we have semi-annual, we have quarterly compounding, we have monthly compounding, we have fortnight, we have daily compounding, okay, and you can come down to even hourly compounding, minutely compounding. But beyond all these things, presently we are already running at a compounding of continuous compounding. In derivatives market, people are considering compounding of continuous. Continuous compounding is taken into consideration in derivatives and commodities market. That is, future value is equal to present value into e to the power RT. This is the continuous compounding. Here, in place of n, if you take compounding 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, accordingly, you can write the formula. Future value is equal to present value into 1 plus future value is equal to present value into 1 plus r divided by 2 into n into 2. That is semi-annual compounding, compounding twice in a year. See, interest on interest multiplies. Every year you will be getting returns compounded twice.
It's half year.
Half yearly, every half yearly. Half yearly compounding. Now the same compounding, if I want to make it quarterly, r divided by 4, n into 4. Monthly, r divided by 12, n into 12. Weekly compounding is r divided by 52, n into 52. 52 is standard number for a year. Okay. Now, future values, present value into 1 plus r to the power n. Now, from the same equation, I have to write present value calculation. Present value is just I will bring this present value this side. Future value into 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power n. From the same equation only I have derived here. If you remember this first equation, I will give you now how to derive remaining 3 equations. You need not memorize the equations of future value, present value, annuity of future value and annuity of present value. Even so far I have never memorized. I will derive based on this equation only. Clear these two, future value and present value. Now take up the example, simple problem on this. I have some problems. Copy. I can share it now.
Share the group, sir. We have a group.
No, I don't have a group access. I have to share.
Just go to the
ಸರಿ ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, now we can write simple. Calculate the value of 10 years hence. Calculate the value of 10 years hence of a deposit 10 years hence of a deposit of rupees 20,000, deposit of rupees 20,000 made today if the interest rate is question number A 4%, question number B 6%, question number C 8% and D 9%. 4, 6, 8, 9%. So the question is very simple. Today you are depositing 20,000 rupees. What is the value of the 20,000 rupees after 10 years? Here lump sum value is given. Today's value is 20,000. Which is today's value?
Present value.
Present value, right?
Present.
20,000 is present value. Just substitute the value in this equation. So present value is 20,000 into 1 plus
0.4.
R is 4%.
4%.
If the rate of return is 4%, I am writing 0.04. Don't write 0.4. 0.4 is 40%. 0.04 to the power 10. Right. So 20,000 into 1.04 to the power 10. If you have calculators are allowed, I was asking the same thing. Whether scientific calculators are allowed in exam? Not. I will also share the table values.
So someday we can solve this TM problems which is already asked in the UPSC and KPSC exams. We can solve the problems in UPSC. We have already asked, right? We have like UPSC, KPSC conducted option group for forms in KS, IAS. So we can bring out two problems, so that is helpful for us.
No, I didn't get your question.
See,
Sir, actually,
we can solve the problem by,
Using
problems which
referring-
are already asked in KPSC or UPSC.
Previously asked.
Previous paper.
No.
All
It's
the
all that 60 marks worth of problem. Okay, it is not just one class you can explain that entire problem. Okay, what I am giving you is now, it is one by one step. See, unless you know the time value of it, you cannot calculate the value of equity stocks, then comes to bonds. Okay, it is a flow. At a time, see, I can solve it just, but understanding is not possible. Because 60 marks.
We will do it in the next class, what I thought.
Huh?
We will do it in the next class. Once we done with all concepts, we will solve those things.
No. See, the methodology is totally different. And as I told, don't go with the question paper. With 1 year of your question paper, you cannot predict the way in which the questions are. Who knows, next year the same questions or similar type of questions are asked.
Sir, I meant is we have KSS, there are common optional paper. We have 10 papers till now. So we can solve those problems which are already asked.
No, in my class, I will also consider problems or even questions which is asked in question paper, previous year question paper. But I cannot take question paper problems or question paper questions only to
No, I
teach the
didn't.
subject.
Got it.
Got my point. Over a period of time, after at least we finish certain concepts, okay, which the concept is relevant. In that relevant concept, you can consider the problem. Okay, that is how the way of teaching is happening. We cannot take question paper as a base. For me, base is always syllabus. Okay. Now, if I take only the last year question paper, if I solve, it takes hardly some 2-3 days of time, and you cannot. Probably you might memorize the problem, but original basic concept is difficult. Okay, even to working capital management, the problem which was asked in the last year, first question. That whole subject working capital management in our syllabus, if you see, it is almost 14 hours we are given. Okay, there also in working management we have small problem. We start with calculation of operating cycle, calculation of financial cycle, cash cycle. Then slowly at the end we go to case study. Meanwhile, even income tax. In income tax you have a problem on salary. Okay, directly if I take a problem on salary, in the problem you have a calculation of HRA, you have a calculation of pension, gratuity, house rent allowance. Okay, so first I start with all these concepts. If I give a problem directly, I'll ask, okay, to calculate using this concept, calculate HRA, which the format is given. Okay, so always go with the syllabus. Never ever. In fact, you should not see the time, question paper. Only you can refer the question paper for the type of question or the way in which they are asking. Don't take the same question. Oh, last year this question was appeared, so I will study only this question. Never ever do this one. Okay. So the value of this. See, we have for this either you can use scientific calculator or table values are available. Okay, so table values I just posted to sir. So 1.1 to the power 10 is 2.59. This value is 2.59 into 20,000. It is 51,874 rupees. Clear? 51,874 rupees. Today, if you deposit 20,000 rupees in any bank, okay, and receive it after 10 years with the interest rate of 4%. SB account you can consider. SB account gives you 4%. Without touching that amount, if you keep it in SB account, see that after 10 years the amount becomes 51,874 without it, withdrawing any amount. 20,000 rupees today. If you change the interest rate from 4%, you change it to 6%, the value increases. 8%, 9%. As the interest rate increases, obviously the return also increases. 10%, 12%, 14%, 16%. Depends on the alternative what you are investing. Okay.
Sir, when you check out the rule 72.
Doubling period.
Doubling period.
Yes.
So when you do that, there will be changes in a period of doubling the principal amount year.
In doubling period, absolutely it is very simple concept. Even I have given the problem in the material. Rule 72 says there is doubling period is equal to 72 divided by R.
Yeah, divided by rate of interest.
Capital doesn't make any difference. Need not bother about capital. You invest any amount, say around 4 years, 4%, right? 72 by 4. 4 ones are 4 8s are. After 18 years, your amount will be doubled. You put any amount.
And my question is, why that much of difference in a year there to there? See, at the rate of 4%, that 20,000 will get take 10 years to 51,874 will become. But there it will take 18 years to get doubled. So it will become 40,000 rupees.
20,000 becomes
40,000 rupees after 18 years. If you apply rule 72, here that after 10 years, the 20,000 will become 51,874.
Yeah, 20,000 rupees.
Comparing the both values, sir.
You will get another 20,000 rupees for a period of 18 years.
20 plus 20, that's a 40. 20 plus 20.
20 is your investment.
The principal.
Mm.
And interest is 20. It becomes 40. Here you got 51.8. Here
Now-
you get 51.8. Here you get 40.
Mm.
So difference is more. Now 11,874 will get more in this future value like.
Yeah, compounding.
Yeah, compound compounding, there is the doubling.
There is simple interest.
Here compounding factor.
There is doubling period, there is a simple interest.
Simple interest in SB account or in any some
In compounding also there is simple interest, right? In compounding,
simple interest and compounding interest is different.
yes.
So here number of years, see, don't take the 10 and 18, it's just 8 years difference. Don't consider it that way. You have to see the difference is not just 8 years. 8 years after 10 years. See, for example, when you calculate, as even take example of corona cases earlier. How earlier corona cases were found in Karnataka in terms of some few 10s, 20s, right? It is exactly happening in the same concept of compounding. Exactly compounding factors applicable in case of corona. Multiplying. Okay. Earlier people even in Bangalore, literally we feared even if we have only 1 or 2 cases. In our within area of 10 to 15 kilometers, not even we found 1 or 2 cases. Still we, had a lot of fear. Right. Listening some news somewhere else, 2 got identified as positive, 3, 4. Slowly you see how automatically our mind got adjusted. Now in Bangalore, 3,500 to 4,000 cases, and in Karnataka 10,000, and in India 1 lakh cases on an average. Okay, you can see the statistics of previous months. Previous to that, reaching first 1 lakh took so much of time. From 1 lakh to next 1 lakh, minimum time. 2 lakhs to 4 lakhs, 4 lakhs to 8 lakhs. That is what the multiplication I am talking about. Compounding factor is what Albert Einstein said. It is a 8 wonders of world. Okay. Now every day our total cases are around 50 lakhs. Okay. How many months we have taken to reach 50 lakhs? Take from at least in the month of February or maybe in the month of March. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months we took to reach the cases of 50 lakhs. You wait and see, in another month 50 lakhs becomes 1 crore. Where is the time? You cannot say, sir, 7 months we took 50 lakhs and in 1 month we are reaching 1 crore. Exactly same concept is applicable. Doubling period gives you as and when interest rates changes. Here capital makes no difference. Here capital makes difference. Here I am not taking any capital. I am not taking, just it is 18 years it is taking to double